Head kick knockouts come in a multitude of flavors. Some are bitter, others are too hot and spicy to handle.
My God!
Each knockout fulfills our appetites for violence and electrifying MMA action differently, but they're all delicious in their unique ways. So trust me when I say this, you don't want to miss these epic KOs.
How good was that?
The first between Islam Makhachev and Alex Volkanovski was super close. The decision, which went in favor of the Dagestani, was highly contested.
Sure. Typical. Nice left hand.
Massive right hand.
That's how you end a fight.
What a fight! 25 minutes.
What a fucking fight. What a fucking shit.
He beat him. He fucking beat him. He beat Islam in Australia.
But then came UFC 294, where Makhachev was originally scheduled to face Charles Oliveira, but ended up facing Volkanovski in a rematch since the Brazilian had to pull out due to injury. Despite a short notice outing, Volkanovski was confident heading into the fight.
I plan on going out there and getting that belt and new.
Makhachev was better prepared, and he set the Aussie up with consistent body kicks. Once he had Volk in his trap, Mach sent his foe to the land of ghosts and fairies with a brutal head kick.
A tough proposition.
There was zero debate this time around. Justin Gaethje is a violent man with the most brutal leg kicks in the fight game. At UFC 291, however, Gaethje showed fight fans a new addition to his game when he faced Dustin Poirier in their BMF title fight. The bout was back and forth while it lasted. Poirier was the aggressor. Gaethje relied more on counters. The back and forth continued for a couple of minutes. Late in the first round, Poirier hurt Gaethje with a straight left, but Gaethje survived. The Diamond then landed a sweetly timed right hook that opened a cut near Gaethje's left eye. The second round saw little action up until the minute mark when Gaethje hit a crushing head kick behind a straight right to knock Poirier out cold. Poirier later admitted that he didn't expect it.
I still feel great, you know, dude. I got hit with a shot I just didn't see.
It's always the ones you least expect, Dustin. Much like Gaethje, Leon Edwards also shocked the world when he fought Kamaru Usman for the welterweight title at UFC 278. Edwards was a sizable underdog heading into the fight, since Usman was a dominant champion and the welterweight GOAT, according to Dana White.
He's up there with John Jones and Anderson Silva and GSP. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's already the greatest welterweight. There's no denying that.
However, Leon Edwards couldn't care less about Usman's status and fought fire with fire in round one. Usman controlled the action early, but Edwards took him down and finished strongly. In rounds 2, 3, and 4, Usman used his wrestling to dominate Edwards.
Comes back, returns, puts him back down. So even if Edwards gets back.
In round 5, it looked like Edwards was as good as done, but seconds before the end of the fight, he had his Rocky moment.
I mean, that is a dejected...
There it is. Oh my God.
Disputed welterweight champ! The belt...
Pound for pound. Headshot. Done it. That's it.
Making a head kick KO compilation and not including Holm versus Ronda Rousey? That's almost criminal because it was that big of a fight. Heading into their bantamweight title fight at UFC 193, Ronda Rousey was a force to be reckoned with. Holm was supposed to have her arm broken in half as well, but she was rowdier than Ronda expected. Holm lit Rousey up like a Christmas tree on the feet in round 1. The challenger continued to tag Rousey as the latter failed to secure a takedown.
Get out of there, and she does. Right moves out of the way. Oh, she caught him with a kick. He continues to move. Oh, beautiful step in left.
She's showing it here.
Ronda in with a big shot. She's getting lit up, Mike.
Ronda was exhausted at the end of round 1, breathing heavily with her nose busted up. Holm put the former champ out of her misery a minute into round 2 with a head kick followed by hammer fists on the mat. Sweet, wasn't it?
Let's look at it one more time. Ba-boom! Right on the neck. Ronda.
Edson Barbosa's knockout of Terry Etim was sweeter, however. Barbosa put his kicking prowess on display for as long as the fight lasted.
Powerful legs, skinny legs that Terry Etim walks on.
The Brazilian brutalized Etim's legs with low kicks for a round and a half before he made fans jump out of their seats with this.
Chance and risk getting knocked out. Oh my God! There's that spinning wheel kick. Heel to the jaw. And look at Terry Etim goes completely unconscious.
Marlon Chito Vera is a bad man, and his head kicks are some of the meanest in the fight game. Ask Freddie Edgar if you don't believe me, or Brad Pickett for that matter, or bantamweight goat Dominic Cruz, who had his nose squished. This is one man you don't want to mess with.
And Chito ends it! Wow! Double-digit finishes!
Showboating in MMA is captivating, but an excess of it can be fatal. Figuratively, of course. Former amateur MMA fighter Joe Harding learned that lesson the hard way against France's Johan Segas in their amateur bout in 2017. Harding showboated throughout as if he was featuring in an MMA-themed episode of Dancing with the Stars. For 2 rounds, Harding landed some big shots and then mocked his opponent. 20 seconds into the 3rd round, Harding danced again, but Segas stopped him in his tracks with a perfectly timed head kick. Harding was knocked out cold, and deservedly so, because if you play stupid games, you'll always end up winning stupid prizes. 2019 was a tremendous year for Davey, who rose to fame with a sparkling knockout of UFC veteran Ross Pearson. The first round was fought mostly on the mat, where Gallon had the upper hand early. Pearson turned the tables on him moments later.
Ross turns and rolls, and Davey's your distance. Davey, 2 shots landed there.
Round 2 was very much the same as both men had their moments.
Hit. The corner of Pearson. Caught.
The finish came in the 3rd round when Gallon unleashed rolling thunder on his opponent. Pearson was stiff as a board.
I don't even know. Oh my goodness!
Michael Chandler's UFC career has been a roller coaster because he wanted it to be exactly that.
But yeah, as you said, I came into this organization, I said I want to fight the best guys right away. I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time.
The former Bellator lightweight champion has competed against some of the best in the business, producing tons of iconic moments. The highlight of his UFC career, however, is his KO of Tony Ferguson. El Cucuy was on a 3-fight losing skid when he faced Chandler, but he surprised everyone with his first round performance. Ferguson rocked Chandler early. Chandler cleared the cobwebs quickly, and the two continued to exchange bombs on the feet.
His hands are massive.
Oh, body, yes.
He needed that very early.
He hurt him again. He hit him.
This is where he starts to just fight. This is where.
Halfway through the first round, Chandler took Ferguson down, but El Cucuy was active off his back, winning the round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Chandler came out strong in the 2nd round, and just 17 seconds in, he knocked the TUF winner out with a brutal front kick to the face. For us, it doesn't get any better than this, but Valentina Shevchenko begs to differ. The Kyrgyzstani is one of the greatest female fighters of all time. She can punch. She can grapple.
Look at this. Look at that.
She can dance.
You want to see in this division now? I mean, none of them make sense.
But most importantly, she can kick your brain cells out, especially if you disrespect her. Jessica Evil Eye disrespected the Queen and talked more than she could back up heading into their flyweight title fight at UFC 238.
She's been virtually unstoppable against 115-pound girls.
Shevchenko responded inside the cage. Early in the first round, she landed crushing body kicks. She then secured a takedown and smothered Eye on the mat for the remainder of the round.
Here it is. There it is. Fully trapped, and this is a
In the 2nd round, Bullet locked in her target and fired off a head kick with pinpoint accuracy to send Eye packing. Eye was out for a good 30 seconds.
But the biggest question is, where does Kevin Lee fit into this?
Good question, Uncle Chael. The Motown phenom had a ton of potential, but he recently retired from MMA after failing to fulfill it. It's a pity. That being said, he did display glimpses of his exceptional skills inside the octagon, one notable example being his knockout of Gregor Gillepsie. Since both fighters were elite wrestlers, they neutralized each other's strong points and fought in an all-out striking battle.
And someone who has a massive amount in world championship fights. Oh, big right hand by
Kevin Lee tagged Gillepsie with jabs and combos. Gillepsie landed some nice jabs too.
Oh, for this man right now. Yeah, fundamentally sounding very low in his
The fight was close until Lee decided to melt Gillepsie with one of the most vicious head kicks in MMA history. You think this one was scary? Wait till you see the next one.
Goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Right leg hospital, left leg cemetery. Mirko Filipovic, more commonly known as Mirko Cro Cop, was the scariest kicker of his time, and he cleaned the clocks of many with his sniper-like headshots. Karma, as we all know, is a boomerang. What goes around always comes around, and sometimes with greater force. So when Cro Cop faced Gabriel Gonzaga in his second UFC fight at UFC 70, he tasted his own bitter medicine. Gonzaga came in hot and secured a takedown after catching a kick. The Brazilian landed decent elbows immediately after securing the takedown. Overall, Cro Cop defended well, and due to a lack of action on the mat, referee Herb Dean forced the two to stand up. At range, the two moved in circles before Gonzaga did the unthinkable. Right leg hospital, right?
Incredible! Head kick, knockout! Wow!
That is the last thing anybody expected here tonight.
Out of nowhere on the button!
Gonzaga is...
In 2020, two things ruled MMA social media: COVID and Joaquin Buckley. The UFC middleweight contender became a viral sensation overnight after knocking out Impa Kasanganay with a move straight out of a Hollywood martial arts movie. The first round of the fight was back and forth. The second round saw action from both ends as well. And then this happened. Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort was an extremely boring fight with an exciting finish. When the two legends squared off for the UFC middleweight title, fight fans were expecting a lot of high-octane action. It was a snooze fest instead. For nearly 3 minutes, Silva and Belfort moved in circles without throwing anything. The crowd grew frustrated as minutes went by and the two fighters started to get booed. The two sensed the disappointment of the fans and started to trade shots.
A lot of money on pay-per-view and they got ripped off. He goes for a head kick and he's down.
The head kick took him down for just a split second.
3 minutes into the fight, Silva produced a moment of pure magic. Just like that, it was all over.
Wow. It's almost like Vitor